Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Division 101 video here with Dewey. I apparently cannot talk, but I will power on and struggle on through this video here. This is going to be a Division 101 on the map and the map rotations. For those of you guys who didn't have a chance to play a beta, a big part of going into the dark zone and even in the PvE area, the safe zone, a lot of what you're doing in the game is based around the map rotations that you're going to be making. For those of you guys who want to see a little bit of gameplay, the gameplay that I'm going to be featuring in this episode here is going to be one of us hunting down and chasing somebody that has made the mistake of betraying one of our teammates. So that'll be shown a little bit later. I also show off at the very end some of the PS4 beta weapons that were available, the yellow weapons that were available in the PS4 beta. So, map rotations. What do I mean exactly by map rotations? Here I have this excellent Division map that can actually be found on the Reddit of Division. Let me see. I want to make sure, if there's anybody to give thanks to here. It looks like Game Wiki. I'll put a link in the description. Definitely check it out. They've done an excellent job of this. As you can see, though, this is really only highlighting what's been in the beta so far. And so if we zoom in here, we have the area that's in red, and that's going to be the dark zone. And we have a bunch of different highlighted areas. And then obviously we have the PvE area over here with all the different drops. This is a really good resource. Definitely suggest you guys check it out if you have a chance. But let's get into what I mean by rotations. So rotations are ways that you go around the map, and it's kind of like it's one big giant grind. It's a grind wheel from point A to point B, back to point A, back to point B. Going to the different buildings, the different chest spawn, and all that kind of stuff to get items, fight off some people, and figure out what's going on. Now, there's two ways that I like to play the Dark Zone. One is just doing rotations, and that's going from this area here, the area with the cameras that you guys are seeing. That's the area where you'll generally find the NPCs that will drop good loot and you'll be able to kill and that kind of stuff within the dark zone. So my favorite rotation was I would come up here to the corner. I believe there was a chest somewhere in this area, but then you would rotate over to the sports store. And then this is really cool. This safe room, there's an extraction point. Oh, here it is. The extraction point right here, we dubbed the tower. And that comes from all the players who have played Destiny. Obviously, the main hub world there is the tower. So whenever we had to go back and turn in some goods or figure out what was going on, we would always say, hey, let's go back to the tower. So that was what that extraction point was called. And yeah, that's what we dubbed it. So if you hear me reference that a lot, if you say, oh yeah, we went back to the tower, that's what I mean, is this particular one. This is the extraction point that's up on top of the parking garage. It's a really good extraction point. I like it a lot. Lots of points of entry, but also it's pretty easily defendable from the top. But we'll talk about in a different video about how each extraction point favors different kind of tactics and that kind of stuff. So here's the safe room. This is in the beta. This safe room would generally house the yellow weapons that you could find, the super rare legendary weapons that were really good, had lots of skills charged to them. But I'd go extraction point to the sports store, to the safe room, and then we come on over here to the library. This is where Twitch was, I believe. Wait, or no. Yeah, Twitch. So Twitch is over in the library. And then we would come down here. Sometimes, depending on if we knew whether the stocks had reset, we'd go to the Dark Zone entrances here and look at the different vendors that are in there. Obviously, over here is going to be some PvE area later on in the game, so that should be super fun to check out. Then we would come down here to the construction site and see if we could kill any enemies in there. What even is this? Division Tech. Okay, so this is not something that we really used in the beta, but something that obviously will be much more fleshed out in the coming game. Then you come down here to the gas station. Gas station is more or less pointless. It had some low-level NPCs there, but it was really good at taking because it can overlook this extraction point really well. And again, I'll go into this in more detail here, but there was some scaffolding here that a lot of people like to hang out on, and kind of it overlooked the extraction point, and that's a good area to camp if you're alone and you're kind of looking for some rogue players to pick off, because a lot of stuff started here. But anyways, we would swing down here, come over here. I believe there's either a chest here or here, one of these alleyways that kind of pop up here. There was a chest in there, and then we'd swing on through Koreatown. Didn't have all that much in it. I didn't actually find where the NPCs really spawned in here. I think it was possibly the dead end where you had one of these streets here had the some of the flamethrower guys, the flamethrower garbage men, as a lot of people like to dub them, that would go through, and a little bit higher level you can pick off there. And then the blockade had a bunch of snipers here that you could go through and pick off, and then we'd just kind of rotate back around. So rotation, you know, as it says, you know, going around in a circle here, and that's kind of what I think we'll look when the main game comes out. Explore these different dark zone areas and see really what the most efficient path is to be following. And the reason that's so important is because you want to look out for other players that are going along that rotation. I'm really interested to see what the chest respawn time is, what the you know, how often are people camping these NPC stores, the sports store, to find the people going through, and you know, maybe you're doing a rotation just behind someone and you always go somewhere and that's killed, and you need to take out another team, and that's the thing. You know, if there's a team that's rotating and they're rotating a little bit ahead of you, then you need to get ahead of them and find a way to slow them down, basically, or kill them. You know, however strong you think your team is. But yeah, going through the rotations here. Let's go ahead and switch on over to the video that I have. So right here, you know, I'm just sitting here. Obviously, you can see we just went on a little bit. We went a little rogue, killed some person, and I believe this is actually right after we had just gone through a manhunt. And my friend here, Cat in the Hat, yells out to me, Dewey, he's an enemy, he's back. And this is somebody that we've been fighting with for a long time, right? And so I come down here, I said, you know, you're not gonna get away from me here. And this is one of the most gratifying things that I've enjoyed about this game here is we chase this guy down. We don't let him get away. You know, what I'm doing here is, like, I'm trying to, you know, mark him so that way he can't continue to tick down. You want to mark him every couple seconds so that way their timer stays frozen and they can't go unrogue. So when you end up catching them and killing them, then there's nothing that they can do. And basically what I'm doing right now is, if he turned on me, I'd be careful. I'd make sure to keep him marked, but I'm waiting for my buddy to respawn. I'm waiting for my buddy to, you know, catch up with me. I'm telling him, hey, I've got him here. You know, I'm making sure that he's staying in my sights, and telling him, you know, keeping in contact with my friend, being like, hey, you know, go down this street here. Make sure you're cutting him off to the right. He's heading to the right here. See if maybe you can catch him around there. And we're just basically cornering this guy. And it's so gratifying to do this. I know I'm not going to get a lot from this, right? He's not that rogue. He's already at like 4, you know, he's probably going to be 20 by the end of this. He might go up because he might try to fight us. But it's gratifying because it's just, you know, you get that revenge kill. This guy, he tried to escape us and he couldn't. And also, you know, if you look at the flip side, being on the other side of this and being chased, it's super enchanting. And he sees my friend here. He sees Cat, Josh, who's actually one of the guys that operates off of one of the Media House sub-channels here. And he's just like, nope, can't go that way. And we've got him trapped now. Just kind of, it's just a matter of time before we get him here. And I think he tries to run by me here. Oh, yeah, he's going to go through Twitch. So this is the library. This is what I was talking about a little bit earlier. But he's not going to make it anywhere. He decides to turn and fight, which is only beneficial to us because it increases his rogue timer, and we get him. And look at that. I level up right there. But so that, you know, a lot of people in the beta were abusing it. And I was fine with that when the people would run out of the area of the beta area and, you know, get spawned in the safe zone. That was one of the earlier glitches where it would actually spawn you back in the safe zone. Whereas with the second iteration of the beta, it would just kill you. But you know, I was fine with people doing that because you're not going to be able to rely on that in the final game, right? Go ahead and cheat all you want. I don't care. It's not going to be available for you in the final game, and you're going to be at that much more of a disadvantage because you didn't man up and fight. And so that's, you know, you guys want to cheat, that's fine. Eventually, one day, that stuff's going to be patched, and you're not going to be able to cheat anymore. So enjoy it while it lasts, I guess, if you really want to, or you can train yourself and become better at the normal game here. So I don't even actually know where I'm going right now. I believe this is actually a pretty popular area for people to come up when they are headhunted. Obviously, that big red wall there is the end of the beta. If you went past that there, it would kill you or respawn you back, depending on what iteration of the beta you're playing. Again, this is the PS4 beta. I have some Xbox One footage that I'll be showing off a little bit later, probably in the next couple of videos here. I want to know also what you guys want to see. Like, do you guys want to see more Dark Zone content? Do you want to see more of these one-on-one videos? Do you want to see some team comp videos? I probably will put up together some more basic tip guides for, you know, the people who are new to this game, who are wanting to pick it up and maybe dive into the Dark Zone a little bit earlier. And the other thing I'm very curious about is, do you guys, like, what's your plan for the launch? Are you guys going to level up to 30, then go to the Dark Zone? You can maybe dabble in the Dark Zone a little bit as you're leveling up. I think my plan is just to power through the PvE portion so I can get to the Dark Zone endgame. Yeah, and they also, oh my gosh, they announced the year one expansion plans and everything for the game. Yes, there's season pass, and, you know, as much as I hate it, you know, they're providing a little bit of free content that looks amazing, and everything that they've announced so far, and the fact that they do have this year one plan is exciting. I know that's a lot of people coming to the Division are ex-Destiny players, and they're not exactly sure. You know, they're a little scared. Because, and rightfully so, Destiny launched, it was super fun, but it was a little lackluster in the content that it offered. And I think Ubisoft is trying to learn from that in offering and really detailing out their plans for the Division and what it's going to launch with. For those of you guys who haven't seen the other videos, I strongly suggest you go check those out. I did a 101 guide so far on the Dark Zone playing alone. So if you're playing solo, and you want some tips and tricks on how to survive in the Dark Zone, you can go check that out. I also have a Holy Trinity team comp video, and that is just the video that is basically, you know, Dark Zone 3-player cooperative guide there that you can go check out, which, you know, I think is pretty good. Really looking forward to all the different options that they come out with in the beta itself. So what I believe I'm going to now is we're going to go back to the safe house here, and I'm going to show you the two weapons. I believe it was a shotgun and assault rifle that were in this beta here, so we can figure out exactly what's going on. That back there, that little alleyway that I was just looking at, that was another popular glitch. People would run down there, and there's a little cubby hole that you could run out of the PvP area, the Dark Zone area, the beta area, and then there's a little cubby hole in like a house that you could go into and play around with a little bit and be safe there, and, you know, people wouldn't follow you because they'd see that big giant wall and be a little scared. So that was something that some people abused. But I found a couple rogue players that were running away there. I brought out my shotgun and showed them who's boss in that area. So here is what I was talking about. Okay, it was an assault rifle and it was shotgun here. And so those high-level weapons, as you saw, there's a lot of skills. You might have to pause a little bit there. I was going a little bit crazy. But there are definitely, you know, there's going to be a lot of exciting things. I'm excited to see what the different yellow weapons are. And see, maybe we call them gold. Gold sounds better than yellow, right? Let's go with gold. So thank you guys again, as always, for watching. Let me know what you guys would like to see next. And I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.